Okay, hello everyone. So today we are going to try to making a magazine cover, and we've taken this cover as a reference over here, and we'll try taking this image and convert it into a magazine cover. So for first things we'll need the image so that we can actually do something with the text here. Okay, so we have selected the entire image of Carrie, and we'll just copy it so that we have something. And now we can add text and do some other effects with the text. And another thing that you should probably keep in mind while making magazine covers is text. Try finding or like keeping the text like the magazine you're making it for. For example, this is for Vouch, so use text that are mostly used here. So, and if you don't know what the text is, as you can see, Vouch usually uses D dot as its font. So we're gonna see if we have that. There's the text tool, and let's just type first. Okay, wait, that's not VOUTE, and select, and let's just type it in. Okay, we don't have it. And you can also use some other text that you want that kind of fits it, but yeah, the text is really up to you, but prefer going for text that fit the magazine more. As you can see, I've taken the text, and you're wondering which text I've taken because like I thought this was fitting enough. One Castellar. You can use anyone if you want, and you can also just download the text. I'll show you how to download text on Photoshop in some other video. And now the another thing you should probably keep in mind is the color you're using, which is pretty important because this isn't really matching the background really all that well. So as you can see, I kind of went for the color of his jacket here a little bit. Had to change it because it wasn't really looking all that good. And since you already have the image, you can also change the background however you want. You can see it has blended fairly good enough. As you can also move his image now because you don't really have to have it behind him. And if you want to add a shadow, well, it's really up to you. I'll tell you how to add the shadows later on if you want to. But for the most part, you should probably focus on the background color, the text color, and the texture using and what you're writing. Because honestly, this isn't all that good in any regard. And for the most part, focus on what you're writing and like what the magazine is about. For example, like fashion or gaming. He is mostly known for games and roasting, but roasting magazines, I don't know if they even exist. So let's just go with games, and you can really play around the colors however you want, and then locations. And what you write is, well, once again depends on the magazine you're making, and how you write it. Focus on the text. You can go for like 3 texts at most in a magazine. Other than that, it looks really like weird. And for the color scheme, try sticking to one, like 3 colors once again max, 4 pushing it a bit. Right, but like as you can see, reference here has 4 colors and it's looking good, better than mine actually. But you should go for like 3 texts are like the rule. You shouldn't go over 3 texts. And colors, 4 is maximum. Don't go over that. Black and white are kind of like hand in hand, but other than that, you really shouldn't go over 3 or 4. And yeah, the rest is really just up to you. I'll change this so that I can make like, this is basically how you make a magazine cover, the basic steps of it, and I'll show you how you can. I'll show the end product at the end of the video now. Okay, so as you can see, I made quite a lot of changes in the magazine cover. I changed the background color scheme a bit and made it more so that like his skin tones are matching the background, which I think is more important like here. The blue side is looking good, and for the colors I went, well, black and this one brown, and I did change the fonts as well. I just downloaded the fonts for official Vogue magazine and well, the India, as this this is basically like a theme in every single cover. They put the country's name in, so this is also something you can take care of. And yeah, I changed carry a bit in, like, just simply from adjustments and stuff. And yeah, you can changing like the brightness levels, curves and exposure for the model is kind of depends whether you want to do that or not. Most of the times you do want to do that, depending on the image you take. Like, for example, like this one, you don't really need anything, you don't need to do anything with it, you can just take this one and as is. Yes, but for this I did end up making some changes, and yeah, for that's for the most part. Right, and let me know what you think and how I can make this better. And if you want to know how to add fonts in Photoshop, well then just let me know.